Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Southport. We are all the way now into September and I wanted 9 points from our however many league games. We got 8. We got very close. We actually had a very good run of results and then kind of dropped away near the end of our little run in August. We have also managed to go all the way through the Carabao Cup first and second rounds to set up a third round tie against Championship side Swansea away from home. That might help fix our finances, I hope. Before we talk about the fixtures that have taken place, there has been some transfers that have also gone through. First up, 32-year-old left-back and left-wing-back Ben Coker. He was signed with a broken leg. We haven't been able to play him yet, but he's going to be back in 2 to 4 weeks. But he's basically so much better than Josh DeBeo, it is unbelievable. He's on a fair wage. He's only got 9 months on his deal. He will be getting, he'll be turning 33 after his contract expires, or very soon after, or before his contract expires. So if he's any good, we might keep him for another year. We have also loaned 28-year-old Cypriot attacking midfielder from Millwall, Dimitris Froxilias. He's going to change his name. He's now called Dimitris Foxy. That's right, we've got a Foxy attacking midfielder now. He is 28 years old, as I've mentioned, but he is in the prime years of his life. 3-star current ability, 3-star potential. I think he's probably our best attacking midfielder ahead of Stan Flaherty and Devonte Arancibia, who Arancibia, I've noticed recently, is not as good as I first thought he was. So yeah, Foxy is in. Foxy will hopefully do a job for us. And the final player to join the club on loan is Luis Valadares, an 18-year-old Honduran central midfielder joining on loan from Barnsley. I don't understand how we have him because he is only Honduran. I don't know whether Brexit has happened on this game. If it has, we might possibly have the best Brexit ever, because I was looking about and on the rules, when we scroll down to transfer windows, things like that, registration rules, all this stuff, Brexit has happened. It happened at the end of last year. It literally, there's no work permit rules. It just says foreign players need a work permit. That's it. It doesn't say how to get a work permit, so I'm assuming anyone just gets a work permit because they're a footballer. With that in mind, kind of gone nuts and tried to buy lots of players from Africa on free transfers. Hopefully, by the end of this episode, you will see some of them. If it doesn't work, if they need work permits, then we will obviously cancel this whole idea, but we might be suddenly raiding a lot of African sides. I've gone through all of the under-18s and all the under-20s in the African leagues, not leagues, what I'm talking about, nations, so like the Ivory Coast, Morocco, Algeria, all that lot. I've looked through all of their youth teams for players who are free transfers, because obviously we can't afford to buy anybody. And hopefully, I found a few that look pretty tasty. Hopefully, they will join the club and they can actually play football for us. Also, another bit of transfer news. A few more players have gone out on loan. Elliot Richards to Guiseley, George Wilson to Hereford, and Grant Curry has gone on loan to Montrose. You know, the goalkeeper who we had on the bench? Yeah, he's now gone out on loan, so we need somebody else to sit on the bench. Right then, so, results. Things went really well, really quickly. Mansfield, a 1-0 victory. Leighton Stewart with their 91st minute winner. Against Port Vale at home, we destroyed them 3-0. Leighton Stewart, Cameron Archer and Raul Correa. Against Cambridge in the Carabao Cup, another victory, another 3 goals. Archer with 2, George Newell as well. And then we started to lose a game, which it's expected away from home. We were actually 1-0 up thanks to Cameron Archer and then let in 2 rather late goals, one of them being a penalty. Against AFC Wimbledon, we should have won, didn't score a goal, much like the match against Grimsby, a 0-0 draw here. Newport, 1-1, a very, very, very late equaliser from Raul Correa, and I was very grateful of this. Against Accrington, our feeder club, we beat them on penalties. They did go down to 10 men. We also had to go all the way through to penalties, but Cameron Archer scoring a goal. Andrew Scott missing the vital penalty for Accrington. Back in the league, a 1-0 defeat against Walsall. These things happen. And then in the leasing.com Trophy North Group C, which also has Burton Albion and Manchester City under 23s, we win 2-0. Big Dave and Raul Correa. I don't care about this competition. Unless we get through the group stages, then maybe I might start paying attention. So the whistle-stop tour then of results means that we are currently sat right in the middle of the table, 12th place. This is kind of where I'm expecting to be come the end of the season, which is why I'm expecting this season we're going to fly through it fairly quickly. We're already 1 and a bit months in. after this episode, we're probably going to go another month into the future. Okay, we're not quite at the Carlisle game, and I was talking about getting in African players. We have loaned in 3 African players. They're only on trial. Oh, that's not good. I mean, they have joined the club, but they're only on trial. So, we've got this man. He's Tanzanian. He's a left back. He's not great, is he? We also have a Ugandan striker called Joachim Ojera, who looks reasonable. He's currently got a club, though. That's the problem with him. This is the player that I really wanted to get, is Nuhu Tolo, formerly of Seattle Sounders in the MLS. He's real good. I've offered him a contract. He rejected it because he wants like £2,000 a week. But I thought we'd bring him in on trial and just see how well he does, if we can maybe entice him to come to the northwest of England. And another Tanzanian, Rashad Matabwigwa. Sure, this guy, he's also joined on trial. They do need work permits, so I have offered proper contracts to a few players. We will see whether that actually comes in and whether they just breeze through the work permit application. Anyway, let's talk about football. 14th place Carlisle. We are away from home. I'm hoping we can do something half decent in this match. I'd like to score a goal on camera, because we played really well against Grimsby and got nothing really out of it other than the point. I'm hoping we play really well again against Carlisle. Maybe score a goal or 2. The starting lineup we're going to go for then. In goal will be James Trafford, a back 3 of Zico Asare, Big Dave and Ollie Denham. Fossey and Josh DeBeo will be the 2 wing-backs. This is probably one of the final games that DeBeo will be playing, because once Coker... Is Coker or Corker? Not quite sure. The left-back. Once he's back fit, he will probably replace Josh DeBeo. It is going to be Jacob Butterfield and Jack Bridge in the middle of the pitch. Demetrius Foxey is going to be our attacking midfielder with Leighton Stewart and Cameron Archer as the strikers. No, it's not. We're going to play Raul Correa, because I've noticed Cameron Archer isn't actually that good anymore. If we literally do a comparison with him and Raul Correa, shape-wise, they're fairly similar. Attribute-wise, you'd arguably say Correa's probably a better mental player and a better technical player. So, yeah, we're going to go Raul Correa. On the bench, we do have Cameron Archer, Saul Shotton, Stan Flaherty, George Newell, Harry Woodward, Luis Valadares, and Jimmy Glennon. Jimmy Glennon's back. I mean, I'd rather just not have a sub, to be honest, but Jimmy's there. Is he 34 yet? Hold on. He's changed. Or is this a different person? He's now 26. Carlisle have a new gen up front. They have a new gen up front. He is actually a Carlisle player. He's all right, actually. He's wanted by Fulham, Leeds and Stoke, so I'm guessing he's got a lot of potential, and those physical stats will worry me. He is extremely fast compared to our 3 defenders. Asare can keep up with him. Like I said, I want to get a goal. I want to score a goal on camera. Episode 3, I think this is, of the season. So, yeah, let's get a goal early. A goal early, not an injury early. Right, well, Luis Valadres is going to be coming on, and we are probably going to... I mean, a ball-winning midfielder for you? Can you do that? You're not really a ball-winning kind of player, are you? If we stick that on defend, I guess you might be able to do it. You're extremely aggressive, which is helpful. Corner for Carlisle. De Silva takes it towards the back, and it is a good save from Trafford. I was going to say, Jack Bridge joins our list of 3 central midfielders who are now out injured. Butterfield's corner comes in. Asare chests it down in the area. Raul Correa goes for goal from outside the area. Hits it well over the bar. We've got Bridge injured. We have Dinesh Galella. He basically got injured very soon after signing. We obviously have Bradley Johnson as well, out with a long-term injury. We're struggling in the middle of the pitch. Approaching the half-hour mark, not really much is going on. We're going to go to positive. We've got a goal kick, or is it them? It's them. Miyazek with the goal kick. Lumps it upfield. It's not the best goal kick, is it? Leighton Stewart collects it. He's going to run down that right-hand side. He's gone for goal. That was awful. Absolutely awful. De Silva with a free kick for Carlisle. Webster is there at the back. Trafford makes the save. It is fairly even in terms of highlights. Goal kick for Trafford to Ollie Denham. Denham, the, I think, former Manchester United youngster, finds DeBeo, lumps it upfield, doesn't find a single person, which is no surprise. Foxey collects it, plays it over to the left-hand side. It's Raul Correa. He's going to come inside, needs some support in the middle, crosses it in. Butterfield's there, taking a deflection. Correa collects it again, and Carlisle have cleared their lines, and it's now Gomersall who can run down that right-hand side and get past his man. Big Dave's going over to collect it, though. Crosses in. It's Charters on the volley. Not the volley. It wasn't a volley at all. He controlled it and then went for a shot. Taking a deflection, it is a corner for Carlisle. We've got 7 minutes to play. Big Dave doesn't win the header. Valadres is going to hopefully get the ball clear. Doesn't matter. It's probably going to be 0-0 at half-time. It is 0-0 at half time. I think this has been fairly even. Having that early injury wasn't the best. I'm going to assertively say you've been on... I'm happy. I am happy. It's a draw with a team who arguably are probably one of the better ones in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Corner for Carlisle towards the back post. It's fisted clear. It's going... Oh, it's in. It's in the back of the net. It's Hayden Hackney. Why did Trafford not hold on to that? I have no idea. But it is 1-0 to Carlisle 2 minutes into the second half. We need to find a goal now. Like I said, I don't think we're doing badly. We're just not doing much at all. Defensively, Asari's on a 6.5. It's a free kick for De Silva for Carlisle deep by the corner flag. Veladrez, the Honduran, gets the ball, tries to find Correa, can't manage it, and now Carlisle can potentially clear their lines. Fossey's going to intercept it, the American, formerly of Fulham, plays it across to Veladrez. Now Foxey goes for goal, not the best of efforts, gets the ball back, finds Fossey again on the right. On the ground, Leighton Stewart into the area, and Leighton Stewart gets his third goal of the season. We are back into this game. It is 1-1. I have told my wingers, or I say wingers, wing-backs, to cross less often in an attempt to stop them doing really stupid crosses because Josh DeBeo can't do it. Fossey actually isn't too bad at crossing, but I'm hoping to see a lot more of that. Ball's just on the floor, rolled into the striker, and the striker has to do the hard work. Throw for Carlisle. It's going to be Sagaf to De Silva. Is he going to get tackled? He does. Leighton Stewart, the goal scorer, does tackle the ball away from him. Runs forward, plays it through. It's Raul Correa, one-on-one with the keeper. He has to score. He doesn't score. Instead, we win ourselves a corner. Probably going to be Butterfield going over to take it. It is. Jacob Butterfield steps up towards the back post. Asare doesn't go for the ball. And Carlisle can just clear it. Right, we need to do a change. And it's going to be a very strange change. We're just going to do that. Because we seem to be getting corners, and Asare, what's his heading? 11. He's 11 and 12 jumping reach. I mean, he should be okay. That's Asare. I want Big Dave. Big Dave, he's got 16 jumping reach and he's 6'4". So I'm hoping he doesn't necessarily need to score from the header. He just needs to go for a header. That's all I want him to do. We're going to do a substitution as well. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do, though. Correa off, George Newell will be coming on, and then we'll swap you two over. There we go, George Newell, natural deep lying forward now. Corner for Carlisle for 20 minutes left to play. Sagaf in the area, plays it across. Big Dave goes for a tackle. The ball is in the back of the net. It's Byron Webster with the goal. Big Dave really should have done something. Apparently Foxey missed his interception as well, which isn't ideal. We've got 20 minutes to play. We are 2-1 down against Carlisle. Let's give him a show some passion. I don't think we've done enough to really win this game, but I don't think we've done enough to lose either. Final 5 minutes. I haven't really done any changes, have I? We're going to do Fossey off, Woodward on. That is our final substitution. Fossey's coming off because he's absolutely shattered. 4 minutes of injury time. We're not going to see anything from it. It is a 2-1 defeat against Carlisle. And oh my word, I thought Josh DeBeo's cross completion ratio was bad. 0% for Mohamed Sagaf there. It's a 2-1 defeat. I'm going to blame the Jack Bridge injury. At least we scored a goal. I'm going to take that as somewhat of a consolation. Well, it is early days in the season, only 8 games in, but we have now dropped down to 17th place. 2 wins, 3 draws and 3 defeats. We are only 3 points clear of the relegation zone, though, which is currently occupied by Barnet and Cheltenham. Jack Bridge is out for 5 to 6 weeks. That is another central midfielder who's out injured. Dinesh Gallela is going to be back very soon. 11 days to 3 weeks. Johnson's out for 2 to 4 months. It's not looking good. And also, that's not looking good either. What? We haven't won in 5? Okay, in terms of league matches, yes, we haven't won in 5. We won 2 cup games in the middle. Right, we probably need to change things up. And what we might need to do is go over to that formation. Because it's basically the same one, but seems to work just as well. I'm going to go forward a couple of days. I'm not going to go forward to another match, but I'm going to go forward a couple of days to see whether any of our transfer business comes in. Because I'm really interested to see how easy it is for foreign players to get themselves work permits. Right, so we've got 3 transfers that are just about to take place. There is literally no work permit stuff. Emmanuel Joseph, in you get. James Zimber, in you get. Felipe Balde, in you get. Right, let's see whether this has actually worked. Emmanuel Joseph is 23 years old, from Tanzania, and doesn't need a work permit. He's just joined. He has just joined the club. I mean, the board are not happy with this. He's from Tanzania and Zanzibar. He's played very little international football, 1 cap. Doesn't need a work permit. We've possibly got the best Brexit I've ever seen in this game. This is literally the best result. You can be from anywhere in the world and you can just come to England and play football, apparently. Okay, the next one is James Zimber. He hasn't joined yet. He will join on the 1st of January. I think he's good. I think he's a good little footballer. I'm hoping he proves me right. And Felipe Balde, a Bissau Guinean, who also, he looks like he's got something about him. He's got some technical skills. He's got some mental skills. He will be also joining on the 1st of January. I think there's a lot of scouting for me to do in the lead up to January because we are going to start raiding some potentially obscure countries for half-decent footballers. That is what we're looking for. We're going to go off to places like Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to look at the Venezuelan under-19s and see if they've got anything. We're going to go over to Asia, look at teams like Japan, South Korea, possibly even some of the even more obscure ones like Bhutan, maybe New Zealand, maybe Fiji. There's the possibilities. The possibilities are literally endless. This is a game changer. This is a game changer for our save. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Southport. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Next episode, we're going to be somewhere. Swansea. We're going to do the Swansea game. It makes the most sense, doesn't it? We're going to have a little bit of a Carabao Cup match then in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.